do not approve this message.
Whatever. You can't control the outcome of
Listen
things.
here. You know how hard I fought to get here. Damn it. I made my decision. Okay? Let them two of swords and two of wands start popping again for me. Let spirits start popping the twos.
Ooh,
I
ooh, ooh! That makes me think. How many of y'all want to see a reading of your
no.
wonderful host?
Okay. Are you talking about for me?
Yep.
Listen, okay. Now we're getting a little. Okay, fine. You know what? Okay, I said no. I said I'm completely 100% transparent. So let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right. All right. We're gonna do a reading of your wonderful host.
All right, here we go.
So this will give the people,
Well,
they'll
I only
know.
got 4 viewers, so the 4 viewers will learn what's going on with me. But hey, if anybody else wants some juicy drama, just stick around because you're about to find out. Because I
Hey,
know what's fixing
it,
to pop out. Damn it.
no, you don't. You don't know.
Oh, I do. I feel it in my bones.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. Remember, you guys, just a message from me while Maria's doing those. I know I'm being a little nasty, negative Nancy right now, but remember, in all reality, what we speak is manifestation. If we speak positively, we will see positive results. If we speak negatively, we will get negative results. So remember, everything that comes out of your mouth, make sure you are understanding that that is a manifestation. So even though I'm joking around and things like that, I'm not purposely saying, Spirit, throw negativity at me. I'm just joking around because I know I can sense what's fixing to come out in this read. And, so, but I just wanted to
You
make
have
that.
no idea what's gonna come out in the read.
Well, we'll see. Maybe not. I don't know. That would make me look pretty dumb, but hey. I also can't read for myself either, so that's
No.
fair. See, told you. Don't laugh. And I don't want to say nothing about the hangman card. It better not be
There
six.
actually no hangman at all.
I haven't even worn my hangman earrings. Okay.
Yeah, no hangman. Your husband is coming out,
Oh Lord, have mercy.
so he's got he's coming out in the King of Pentacles.
Well, that ain't a shocker.
But there are a couple of other things that I stopped at a certain card because
Cause why?
it kind of resonated with the numbers that you were seeing lately.
Oh shit.
It's not bad.
Well, you
It's
can't leave me hanging there.
all
Okay,
right.
go
So
ahead. Go ahead. I'm not a
you
good person to read for because I ask a lot of questions.
you're actually it's showing that you're on the right track. Okay, you're finally in a position where you're going to move forward, and you are going to start. Our business is going to start to ramp up and everything, because after that came the Ten of Pentacles. So we have a lot of abundance coming towards us. Okay, a
We
lot.
do.
Um, However, of course, there's a
I don't
cycle.
like your demon cards. I can't
There.
understand them. I can't see the images and the little thingies are too small.
This
So you
is the
gotta
King of
tell me
Pentacles. This is
the
the King
what?
of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles. This is your husband,
Oh.
and there's a wheel of fortune. So there's a cycle going. Okay, the normal cycle. Okay. She's like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to.
What was that?
That was the sun.
Oh shit.
No, I think that's why you're seeing the numbers going on. Because look, this is the devil. Okay,
Ain't me. Cause I
it
have
keeps.
been.
Yeah, I know, but it keeps creeping up into your head. You start seeing signs again. And you're starting to see, all of
What?
that, and so your mind is going. Your mind is going towards that way. That's why.
Well,
That's
why is
why it's
Spirit
coming.
showing it to me?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, yeah. It
it's
ain't me.
it's a test of some sort.
Oh, Spirit
I'm
already
just
knows don't test me because I done played that game. That's why I said I better not be getting no twos, no decision happening. Uh-uh.
no, it's just it's the cycle. You're comfortable now. You're comfortable where you are. You're happy where you are. Both of y'all are happy where you are. You know? So you're going to start getting into the routines and going through the motions and everything, and it's going to start getting boring for you.
Oh, nice.
No,
I don't
I
want to
mean,
get boring.
no, it's not. That is the cycle of life. That's what happens in marriage. You start going through the motions, and then it's like that's why a lot of marriages fail these days. Is because you start going through the motions, and you have. I'm not saying yours
You
is gonna fail.
don't say. I
No,
done
no,
been
no,
through.
no,
This is my fourth marriage, you guys.
no, no,
Talk
no,
about
no, no,
some
no.
major healing in my life. Listen, I ain't down for a fifth, okay?
No, I'm not saying it's going to fail. I'm saying that that's the reason why it does. So you have this
Well,
wheel of
Capricorns tend to
fortune.
get bored easily. If people
Yeah,
aren't
you
on their level, we tend to get bored.
well, Aquarius tend to get bored too. That's the
Oh,
thing.
that's
You have
okay.
yeah, both of those your signs that tend to get bored. But the thing is it's showing this to you. That's why this is coming out. This is showing to you. It's saying, "Hey, look, this is what's happening. This is what, marriage is marriage. This is what happens in a relationship. You go through the seasons of change in a relationship, and that's what happens.
He just gets
So,
on my nerves right now. Like, I feel like everything's fine, but just in like any typical marriage, I just feel like he's on my nerves.
yeah, I
So,
mean, it's typical. You just got to get through it. But
yeah,
it's just saying that because your emotions tend to get the best of you. So this is
that
you.
is weird. That's the
You're
mental health that I'm always talking about because I
right. Your
do let my
emotions,
mental health,
exactly.
yeah.
So
But
your
does
emotions,
not explain this.
you're coming out as the Queen of Cups. Because your
Oh,
emotions tend to get the best of you, and that's where this card comes into play.
yeah.
That
Always.
yeah, that's when your mind starts wandering, and then you come to me and you were like, "Can you do a reading on me?"
Hey, I have to say, I've been very, very, very good lately. I have not asked for a reading in quite some time.
No, you haven't, which is awesome.
I know.
But I'm sad because
Why are you sad? You like doing readings for me? I used to get on your damn nerves. You're like, oh
I
my
loved you.
God, you
I've
can't
always
read the
loved you.
cards every day, Megan.
I've always loved doing readings for you.
Well, I do have some readings I need done. Because I want to know why spirit keeps showing me these signs. Like, and as someone who does angel numbers, it's like, you look at what those signs mean, but
Hmm.
when you are familiar with a certain number that is associated to a certain thing, then that's where your mind starts wondering and you're like, okay, why am I seeing these numbers? What is the significance behind this? Like, especially now, this does come into my specialty. When you're dealing, like, say, soul connections, like if you're dealing with a soulmate or you're dealing with a twin flame or a past life or a karmic, you could be seeing numbers that are focusing towards those connections. But what is the significance behind it?
Hmm.
What is why now? Why are, like, you think that you are past a certain point in your life, but you have to remember that you do go through cycles, just like what Maria said. You go through these
Hmm.
cycles, and it's like sometimes things are put in our life to test us. Sometimes things are put in our life to, it's like you're not quite there. You still have more learning to do. So let's put this back into her life and see what happens. Like what more does she need to learn from this? So that is where I'm kind of like, what the like, spirit, hello. Have you not seen my hard work lately? Because you're
No,
kicking
no,
my ass.
no. I mean, especially in the very beginning of this reading, is Spirit is telling you that they see that you're working, and your hard work is you're gonna get the big payoff, because we both have all these ideas, and we're finally actually sticking with them, and getting into the uh getting to the point where we're actually following through with a lot of it. So they're seeing that, the hard your hard work, and that's what
Bruh.
he's saying. But he's also saying that, look, where you get all this stuff, you're finally moving forward in one area. The other area is going to get, it's not going to be, it's going to get boring, like, and it's warning you about that. That's the cycle of everything going on.
That's
But
whenever you're like, hey, I remember you.
mhm,
And that's what it, yeah. But I
yeah.
have to say, it's like, it's almost like this is a lesson that like, because like in my previous marriages, it was like always me that was the one that pushed away. Like, whenever that boring stage hit, like I was just like, whatever. But I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so maybe this is a little bit of karma. Like, you didn't put
Mhm.
in the effort in those. Now, granted, my marriages were not good. I was in bad marriages, so that was part of the reason why. But in that aspect of closeness, when you pull away, it's like, okay, well, you've never felt someone pull away from you because you've always been the one to pull away. So we're going to flip the script. And this is a lesson that
Mhm.
you have to learn, because I
Yeah.
do get irritated. I'm like, well, what the did I do today? Why are you
Right.
acting like I don't matter? Those type of things. And when you go through that, it is hard because you tend to question yourself, especially when you're dealing with mental health already. So
Mhm.
that's another thing. But as far as like I said, the 1013, it's more along the lines of, I feel like that.
That's gonna go away.
And
That's
well, see,
gonna
I was
go
just about
away.
to say, that I feel like that is always going to stick with me from because
It,
of a
it
past
is, but it's
life.
gonna start fading, because it reminds you of this person that you used to be, the person that you loved, the charismatic with so much energy and life, and that's why
Still
your mind.
charismatic.
Yeah, but it was before all of that other shit started.
Right.
So, that's what you're remembering. And that's why they're saying, because this is the Queen of Wands, and that's what it's saying. And you're gonna start putting that aside and be like, this is who I am. This is who I am. This is where I'm at right now. And you're gonna be very, very happy in life, but it's a cycle. You've got to get to there first. And the thing with you marrying an Aquarius is not only do we get bored, okay, not only do we get bored,
Yeah, and
but we,
I'm tired of having to come up with new ideas. Excuse me, like, hello Aquarius over there. Like, y'all
well,
need to tone it down.
well, that's the thing. Not only do we get bored, but we also get very comfortable where we're at. We get very, very comfortable, and we hate change.
Unless
We
it's your
hate
own change.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and that's kind of the cycle, and that's what you're going to be dealing with. But, it's not a bad thing. Like I said, this isn't a bad reading. It's a good reading. But
Yeah.
it's just basically giving you a heads up. Hey, look, this is what you're going to be dealing with. You're not going to be dealing with,
Spirit also wants me to try to figure shit out on my own, like I have been. That's why they're not going to say certain things, because I can tell you right now, when I pulled out my deck this morning, the bottom of the deck was the Hangman, and I was like, "Not today, Satan. Not today. Nope."
So, and then the last card is Judgment.
Oh, that makes sense.
Judgment. And then the bottom of the deck is, oh, it's Mark!
Mark's always got to get his nose up in there somewhere.
He is the Hierophant. He is the one who sees things from a different perspective and brings everything back in. So that was a good read. It was a good read.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad
I tell
read.
you what, I'm gonna have you use your empath right now, and I'm gonna ask Spirit a question, but you're gonna pull the card. So this is part of what we teach in our apprenticeship, you guys. So I don't necessarily have to say my question out loud. I'm going to speak it to Spirit, but Spirit is going to let Maria answer. So I'm going to ask a question, and I want to see what is said, because I want to know how well my intuition is and how far I've come in rebuilding myself. So I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Okay.
You can set your intention to answer my question. All right.
You've come a long way, let's just say that. Longer than a longer way than it would have been had you not moved here.
Well, I've been having this feeling, and I've been kind of putting it in the back burner,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to work through all these different things going on in my life, to get to where I need to be. But there's this one lingering thing that, it's like, okay, now it's time to face reality, and you can't keep putting stuff behind. So I'm going to ask my question, and then you can answer it. So let me set my intention. I actually have two questions, by the way. So I'm going to ask my first one first.
Okay.
Okay. All right. It's just a yes or no, but we'll see what it says.
No.
Okay. Let's see. This is not a yes or no, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is this about a person?
Mm-hmm.
Knight of Wands. You asked.
All right. What's the next card that comes? Do three.
Do three? Okay.
Clarify that.
Whoa. All right. Well, three popped out at once. And it is the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Wands.
Yep. Just what I thought. I don't have to tell you what I asked.
No, I think you should. Because we have three people on here. They need to know. They need to know what the context of that.
That was the whole purpose of me talking to Spirit. No, I did say I was transparent. So, like I said, in soul connections, you tend to be brought back to these connections for a reason, for whatever reason in your life. And my question was, what is this person's intentions towards me? Because
Now it makes sense.
I because I have, like I said, I've been feeling a certain way about a certain situation and I couldn't
Yeah.
shake it. So, and I've been in that situation before, but a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted clarification because obviously I'm very happy. I'm where I want to be in life and I'm happily married. You know, it does not, just because, see, now here's the thing. This is why people in spirituality tend to be single. And I'm going to tell you, this is a good thing to talk about. This is why
Yeah.
people in spirituality tend to be single, because when you get with someone that does not share the same spiritual values as you, they don't understand the things that are being thrown at you on a daily basis.
Hmm.
So, every person that comes into your life for a reason. Every relationship, every friendship, it doesn't matter. So, if you're being thrown signals or signs from spirit that remind you of a person, that person could be some type of lesson that you need to learn. There's some type of lesson within that lesson that you need to learn. So I had a past life connection that I could not get rid of. It literally took over me completely. It
It took
was
over your
like
life.
it would I don't even want to use the word obsessive, because it's like it wasn't even an obsession. It was something that I couldn't explain. And when I finally figured out and realized that it was a past life connection, it doesn't even have to be romantic. It can be a past life friendship. It is a connection that you share with someone from several past lives. And when your souls recognize each other later on, it's like you don't want to let that person go because that person is supposed to be in your life. And that is the truth. In one way, shape, or another, that person is supposed to be in your life because you share past lives together. So, therefore, most likely, you are going to continue to share lives. So, when you have that kind of situation happen, and like in my instance, I'm married, but this person was a romantic person in my life at the time. It was a romantic interest, I guess you could say. We were not like dating. It was just we just had started talking and getting to know each other. And I chose my husband over this person. I went to my, I mean, we weren't married at the time, but that's the way the story, that's the way the cookie crumbles, whatever. But the thing was is that I kept having this person come back into my life. They weren't personally coming back into my life, but their memory, the
Hmm.
conversations, the familiarity of that kept coming back and kept coming back. And I'm like, what am I supposed to learn in this? And I could not figure it out. But now I see that this is going to be a cycle for a very long time. I don't have the interest in that person, but it's still a connection from a past life. And that's why I say that you will see a lot of spiritualists be single, because a lot
Well,
of,
it's the same thing with me too. I mean,
yeah, you had your twin flame come in.
yeah, I'd been married to Mark for I want to say 4 years, and then my twin flame came in. Um, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna leave my husband for my twin flame. My twin flame's an asshole. Uh, so
So am
um,
I.
so I am with my soulmate, and I am very happily married with my soulmate. Do I think about my twin flame every now and then? Yes, I do. But it lessens over time, but you're gonna have that. You're gonna, like, if you are not with your twin flame and you have met your twin flame, you're gonna think about that person.
Yeah, and it's not
So,
even something that you Okay, so that's something else too. Is like that's another reason why I was saying like because that's a lot of why a lot of spiritualists stay single because they understand what connections are and they understand the healing process and they understand what it takes to truly have that self-love. So whenever you have these type of connections come in, it's not voluntary. Now sometimes
Mm-mm.
it may be on your part, but very rarely, when you're working on yourself and you're learning to love yourself and you're learning to let things go, very rarely are you going to try to bring the past back unless you're facing the past to forgive or let go. But to bring it back, to bring those memories back to, it's very rare in that sense. Most of the time, the other person is either not a spiritualist, doesn't understand quite fully what your connection is, they are the ones thinking of you, or spirit is throwing you signs, and that's not voluntary. That's not something that you ask for. That is not something that you expect to happen or want to happen because you don't want to cause problem in your life. And that's what makes it so hard being married or in a relationship with people who are not quite as spiritual and understanding as you are. But the thing is that everybody needs to know this. When you meet certain people in your life, you will know if that person is important to you and if they're meant to be in your life because you will have that instant connection. But it's your soul that recognizes, when I say soul connections, your soul recognizes the other person's soul. Okay. And that person is meant to be in your life. And whether they go in and out of your life several times, you will always find your way back to each other. And it makes it hard, but there's lessons involved in that you need to learn in order to move forward in your life because that person is meant to be in your life for a reason. They are a part of your journey. So that's the thing. Spirituality is very complex. It's very complex and there's a lot of things to learn. But when it comes to soul connections, you can't escape it. It's always, there's going to be soul connections in your life, whether you want them or not. And you have to find it within yourself to be able to figure out what those connections are and where they belong and what you're learning from them.
Right. And you can't let and this is where a lot of it takes a lot of spiritualists down is when you do find your twin flame and you can't get over that. You can't put it in your brain or you can't grasp the concept that even though this is my twin flame, I don't need to be with them. Because there's been a lot of people that are like, "This is my twin flame. I need to be with my twin flame." No, you don't. You don't. And I'm prime example of that.
I was
I'm not
just,
with,
yeah,
huh?
I was just about to say because so me and Maria are opposites. She has built a very beautiful, happy life that was not always perfect in the beginning with her soulmate. And later on she meets her twin flame, but she's happy, she's content, she's living a life that she loves, and she meets this twin flame and it throws her into a frenzy because she's like,
Hmm.
what the fuck is this? But and then on the opposite side you have me, someone who meets their past life person first. Well, I take that back. I actually met my twin flame first. We separated, I met my past life, and then chose my twin flame. And so it's very, very hard because past lives and twin flames can mimic each other so much, just like a soulmate. Soulmates don't mimic twin flames as much, but it's still a soul connection is a soul connection. You can't deny the feeling that you're like, I know you. Like, have you ever had that moment where you're like, where do I know you from? And neither of you know, but yet you do. Your higher self knows, you just don't know. You understand what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like, it can be very, very confusing, and that's why I decided to get out. That is why I decided to go into soul connections, because I was one of those people that struggled in a soul connection, in the soul connections, and I never wanted anybody else to have to go through that. So I was like, I want to help people understand.
Mhm.
And it's like, then I met Maria, you know, and we, you know, I help her come out of this dark place, and then we become really good friends, and then you know, we start working together, and it's like we just clicked. And you know, we could be soulmates. So soulmates are not just romantic partners. They can be anybody. Like someone who aligns with your soul is a soulmate. It can be a person, it could be a animal. I mean, it could be a mom, a cousin, a brother, a friend. It could be anyone. Anyone who aligns with your soul is a soulmate. And the other ones, unfortunately, are the stronger soul connections that you can do absolutely nothing about. Nothing. Like if Brian decided to leave me today, it would put me in shambles because we are twin flames. We share a soul. But if my past life person was to come back, then I would really be put into a huge, like, I don't even want to think about it because those are two of the strongest soul connections that there are. And now your mind and your heart and your past and your soul and your higher self, you're all going in this circle of like, what? Talk about a circus of emotions, you know? So the thing, like, we kind of got off onto a rabbit trail here, but the thing is that in soul connections, this is why we're so transparent. Like, I love my husband. My husband can sit here and watch this video and it's not going to bother me at all because my husband knows that I love him. My husband knows that I'm happy with him. If I was trying to hide something in my life to my husband, I wouldn't be publicly talking about it.
Right. And
So
it's the same thing. My husband knows about my twin flame.
right. And
He
Brian knows about my past life person. I'm not going to name names because I know that they do get on. He knows about that person, but Brian doesn't know. He's not into spirituality like I am, so therefore he doesn't quite understand the soul connections. But he also knows that I would never do anything to jeopardize our relationship because he knows that we both fought hard and went through so much to
Good
come
God,
together
yes.
finally. Hello. What do you need to tell me?
I want you to give me a car like a red car, like not a remote control one that has wings that goes.
Didn't I just buy you a red car? You have 2 red cars already.
I want you to let me the one with the wings like that goes out from the doors that goes in.
Okay. Well, that's a thing. That's something you need to discuss with Brian. He's the car man.
Oh my God.
It's funny.
He said no, he's not. Anyways, guys. So, you know, we really didn't get on to a message from your life coach today. So, what I'm going to say, you know, and I'll let Maria add to it as well. As a life coach, when we're dealing with soul connections, I want you to know to don't be too hard on yourself.
You went silent. Now I can hear you. Yeah, you went silent.
Brian was calling me. Okay. Okay, so let me start over. I want to tell you the thing is that from your life coach, and I'll add my part to it. Don't be too hard on yourself whenever it comes to soul connections. You may not recognize it. You could be in a soul connection. You could have a soul connection come back, but don't be too hard on yourself. As long as you're doing right by you and the other person, learn your lessons, go through your cycles, trust in yourself that you're doing what you need to do on your own journey. Okay, because it's not an easy journey. You're going to fall, you're going to make mistakes, but you have to pick yourself back up and you have to move forward. And that is spirituality in a nutshell. You It's all about moving forward and bettering yourself. So try not to be too hard on yourself if you ever get put in a situation like that. So that's my take on it.
Well, yeah, and and that's the thing. We're gonna be put in those situations. We're going that's the whole point of spirituality. I mean, you are put through. I mean, test after test after test after test, and you're trying to find yourself, and in finding yourself, you're also finding these other people that have come across your life in the past, and you've got to sit there. I mean, because like with you, your twin flame, y'all needed to be together. Y'all, that is how y'all both did the work. You found each other. And with me, mine was teaching me a lesson. Mine was teaching me to learn to love myself.
Right.
Because I was at a place in my life where I did not love myself, and I tended to go and I surrounded myself by people that would just take and take and take and take and take, and I didn't do anything about it because I was like, well, that's me. That's how I get people to like me, which is not true. I needed to learn to love myself first, and I needed to learn how to say no. And that's what he helped me do. That's what he helped me do. He was the biggest asshole of all time, but that is the one thing that he taught me how to do, was to stand up for myself
Right.
and not let people take advantage of me, because people were constantly taking advantage of me. So, I mean, everybody is different, and every story is different, and every twin flame is different, and every soul connection is different. But if I mean, and that's the thing, a lot of people are so obsessed over the twin flame connection
Because
that
they think that it's the best connection out there.
yeah, and it's the end all be all of everything.
It doesn't.
And exactly, everybody has their different, maybe in the next lifetime I'll find my way to my twin flame, but um they need, if they understand the kind of mechanics behind it and the way that these things work, because not only do you have work to do, your twin flame has work to do. And my
Exactly.
twin flame is like the biggest child ever. So, I mean, but that's the thing. You need and I understand that that's what people grasp for, because they want that connection. But um soulmates and past lives can be a strong
I'm gonna.
connection too.
I don't know. I don't know if it keeps cutting me off, and I don't know if it's going to cut you off. You should go back live, but Brian keeps calling me, so I'm going to call him. He may be on his lunch. Let me call him real quick, and if you're still on, I'll jump back on.
Okay, well, I was gonna go smoke anyway, so
Okay. All
love
right.
you.
Bye. We love you.
Bye.